Wait, what the fuck did you say? White people have nothing to apologize for because white people today haven't done a GD thing to hurt anyone. White folk are tired of being called evil, racist, and I don't blame them. Apparently, you haven't been on this app very long, and I apologize for my appearance. Yeah, I'm a little dirty, because I've been working all fucking day. White people haven't done anything to hurt black people? To hurt minorities? What do you think ICE is doing, you dipshit?
Oh, I'm tired of being called racist and evil.
Stop doing racist and evil shit, you dumb fuck. You know, voting for Trump is just one of many things that is hurting minorities in this country today. Because Trump has sent his secret police, ICE out into the world and has told them over the last 10 fucking years to be more violent and to increase their fear. Like I said in one of my previous videos, we are not free until we are all free. And people are not free if they're constantly looking over their shoulder or having to tell their children about how to talk to police officers. Do you understand? Have you gotten that through your thick fucking skull? One of the leading causes of death of young black men and boys in the United States is police shootings. ICE has picked up American citizens and held them for deportation. ICE has also deported American citizens. Some of them had cancer and weren't allowed to take their medicine with them. Have you heard of this thing called Karens? Calling the cops on black people doing normal everyday things like having a barbecue or sleeping in the library or going for a fucking walk and minding their own gosh darn business. If you don't think that white people today are doing things to harm minorities, boy, do I have a bridge to sell to you. It starts here and goes fucking nowhere. Get your head out of your proverbial ass, dumb fuck.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube space. I hope you are doing great wherever you are. Thank you so much for watching my channel. I appreciate you and I love you so much. Please tell me in the comment section, what do you think I should change on my channel, or what do you think I'm going wrong so that I can match your value. Thank you so much. Now, today we are going into something that has been bubbling under the surface and now it is exploding. Something that has been hiding under the curtains, but now it is out here. It's called the white outrage. Not because of lies, not because of injustice done to them, but because black people are finally demanding accountability. Not finally, but black people are continuing to demand accountability to what's going on. Now, the white people or the white system, it is tired. Does not want black people to demand accountability. And that demand, that call for fairness has a lot of people panicking. People are panicking out here, and that's why we're seeing something like black fatigue and everything. They are tired of black people asking for the accountability. Now, let me take this plain. When black people talk about accountability, we are not talking about revenge. We are not talking about oppression. We are talking about being seen and being heard, being treated with basic human respect. That means that calling out police violence, calling out wage gaps, calling out underfunded schools in black neighborhood and over-policed in black neighborhood, calling out performative allies and silent enables. But every time we speak, every time we demand to be seen, we are told we are being aggressive, ungrateful, too sensitive, or worse, or dangerous. No. What's dangerous? It's a word where black people aren't allowed to hold power accountable. I have a lot to say about this topic, but before we dig deep into this, before I go down into my commentary, I have videos here. And these videos is for about the white fatigue, black fatigue. When black people or when white people came out and said they are tired of white fatigue or black fatigue, black people came out saying we have the white fatigue too. I want you to watch these clips and then we'll come back here and talk more about this white outrage.
First they said all lives matter. Then they said DEI. Now they're saying black fatigue. Don't these people get tired of hating black people? Like, honestly, at this point, they must be bored. Just because you're not using a slur doesn't mean we don't know what your intentions are. We do. It's very obvious. It's very obvious. Like, seriously, black fatigue is a thing now? That's what we're doing now? I've been seeing that all over my timeline. Like, seriously? Like, why can't you guys just leave us alone? Obviously, not all of you. But if the shoe fits, then wear it. Like, black people simply existing is such a problem for certain people. And it's like, why? Why? Every now and then, there's some new term just to hate on black people. And now it's black fatigue. Like, get out of here with that.
Black fatigue. It's all over my FYP page. Thank you.
Hello, sir. I saw your video, so let's talk. Throughout this week, I saw people like you take the term black fatigue and bastardize it. Let me give you a lesson. Black fatigue came from the book of the same name, and it was written by Mary Frances Winters. This book came out 5 years ago, 2020. The true definition of black fatigue is black people feeling exhausted with all the racism and the disrespect from white supremacy and white institutions. So since we all know the true term of black fatigue, let me tell you my black fatigue. My black fatigue is when Karens disrespect men, women, and children all because of their low sense of self, but all of a sudden get rewarded because of it. My black fatigue is when black autistic people, when they do something wrong, they get demonized. But when white autistic people do something, they are infantilized. My black fatigue is when white people, when they see us celebrating something like a graduation, they look at us as ghetto. So to end this off, stop being obsessed with black people and go out and read a good book. Have the day you deserve, but be better in the future.
But imagine how tired we are. Imagine how tired we are of it.
So they moved on from DEI pretty quickly. Pretty soon here, they're going to be calling us the N-word outright again. Or I should say they're going to try to do it. They've attempted to colonize this word. This is no different in their interpretation of it than white guilt, black privilege, black victimhood, etc. We haven't been out protesting. We've been at home. We've been boycotting, etc. Minding our business. And yet these people always find a way to talk about us. Always worried about us. They cannot leave us alone. It's so funny because they keep saying shit like this, like they're going to do something. What are you going to do? You have a problem, then I suggest you solve it. Otherwise, shut the They're just trying to bait us. They're just mad because we're so unbothered. But this is what racists like to do.
So I've heard there's some people on here, white people, claiming to have black fatigue, which means they're tired of black people. Then this comment comes up on my friend Ricky Tikki Tabby's page, clarifying that no, it's not black people we're tired of, it's black culture. I don't know if that was supposed to make it better or worse. But since these folks claim not to be racist, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt and assume that they are confusing fatigue with something else. Stick with me here. When you haven't had enough of something or you haven't been exposed to something enough, it can be overwhelming. For instance, exercising for the first time. Say your doctor says, I want you to do 30 minutes a day, at least 3 days a week, but you've never exercised. So the first day, 15 minutes in, you're exhausted, you're fatigued. Not because exercise is bad, but because you haven't had enough of it. And that's what I think's happening here. I think you haven't had enough of black people or black culture, and you're getting fatigued. You're getting overwhelmed and fatigued too soon. And how do I know this? Because I'm from Memphis. I have been immersed in black culture my entire life. The two things we're most known for in Memphis is our food and our music, both of which are entirely influenced by black people and black culture. No one comes to Memphis and said, I'm so tired of all this great food and music. No, it's not possible to be fatigued from black culture. I have had the honor of being influenced by black teachers, classmates, co-workers, colleagues, friends, and family. And you know what? After 60 years of that, you know what I'm not? Fatigued. You know what I haven't had? Enough of it. Oh, take it from somebody who's invited to the cookout. The cure for your fatigue is more exposure. You need more soul food, more soul music, more R&B, more hip-hop. You need more black friends. That'll cure you.
Can we talk for a second about how racial propaganda is being pushed so hard on society that the phrase black fatigue has now been rebranded? Black Fatigue was a book that was written by Mary Frances Winters, and it was published in 2020. And it's a book talking about how racism erodes the mind, body, and spirit of people of color. And if you actually took the time to read the book or just do some quick research, you'll see the book explores the physical, mental, and emotional toll of systemic racism on black people, highlighting how it erodes their well-being and perpetuates intergenerational trauma. So the book really just talks about how black people have been traumatized by systemic racism, and that's really what black fatigue is. But somehow, this racial propaganda is being pushed on TikTok right now to make you believe that black fatigue is people being tired of black people, or that black fatigue is something that, oh, people are tired of black people being outside acting ghetto or dressing ghetto or getting arrested or whatever. And to be honest with you, it just gives racist people even more of an opportunity to be racist behind those fake pages on social media. Every opportunity they get, they writing black fatigue, usual suspects, same color, different day, as if people of all races don't commit crimes. But that's another story. And that's just part of the propaganda. So now we're rebranding something that was meant to educate people on what black fatigue is, and now you've turned it into something negative. How do we get here?
Let's address the elephant in the room.
Lady, you are a good example to why everybody is getting tired of black people.
Let's get this awkwardness out of here. This video right here, I'ma really explain what's going on. If y'all don't know, I went to Chipotle and I got me my napkins that I paid for because I bought my meal, and I got my free drink that I always go get. And so much people. It's so much content creators that come on here that's frugal, like the Frugal Bradley, that goes to restaurants and take napkins, and nobody said nothing because why? He's Caucasian. Under that video, it was so much racist comments. And I know they're not young people. Not all of them. I'm gonna have this video play for a little bit so you can see how people feel about us.
I don't want to dare to comment on this black fatigue thing quite yet, because the last times I dared to talk about black people, the TikTok god smited me. But lady, you are a good example to why everybody is getting tired of black people.
The person that live in a big city would never have this thought process. It's you small town motherfuckers. It's you small town people that probably got the most 100,000 in your city. Like maybe 50,000 in your city. Hey, maybe 10,000. Some of y'all only got what, 5,000 people in your city? That's the people that's saying these racist ass comments. That's the people who really are racist. Come to the big city with that. I dare you. Oh, can you even afford to come to New York? No. Full of racism. This is one comment, like thousands, full of racism. This whole thing said, black fatigue, black fatigue. That's racist as fuck. But one thing you gonna know, I made some money from this video. Hate me or love me, I'ma always get paid. That racism stuff is whack. It's 2025. Like, it really just shows how uneducated a lot of you guys are. How you guys don't even travel. Y'all don't have a passport. Because if you traveled and you experienced different cultures and just experience different people, you wouldn't even have that thought process. None of y'all own these companies. None of y'all own these corporations. These corporations, when it comes down to it, that money that they save at the end of the year goes to just the manager. It don't even go to the employees. Y'all going mad hard as if, are you the owner of Chipotle? Anyway, let me get off here. I might go to Chipotle and get me some new napkins. maybe some forks, some spoons, some straws. Hey, probably take the hot sauce while I go to the bank and take out my TikTok money so I can go shopping. Bye. XOXO, a black beautiful woman that you want to date but you could never.
Hi there, just yelling into the void. So there's something I've been suffering from since about 2015. I like to call it white fatigue. Yeah, I'm exhausted. I'm exhausted with your petty prejudices. I'm exhausted with your casual racism. I'm exhausted with your complete lack of self-awareness. I'm exhausted with your misplaced superiority. I'm exhausted with you thinking you're not the problem. I am exhausted with your fear of diversity, equity, and inclusion, because it is a fear. It's not normal to be afraid of those things. It's something you've been taught. I am sick of your pearl clutching about trans and LGBTQ people and how you're going to explain that to your children. I am sick of your pious version of prosperity Christianity, where because you believe a certain way or read a certain book, that somehow you are deserving of all that is good in the universe. And that's why you have everything that's good in the universe, not because of systems that are put in place to benefit you. Yeah. I am sick of you telling me about the vacations that you go on where you either stay on a super controlled resort or a cruise ship and then tell me you went someplace. You didn't. You changed locations, but you didn't actually go on a vacation unless you interacted with local people and tried to learn something about the culture. I am sick of you assuming incorrectly that the way someone speaks, that their dialect or accent determines their intelligence, because I assure you it does not, especially in the case of Black Americans. I am sick of your upholding white supremacy. I am sick of 90% of everything that white people do. I am sick of people making excuses for their bad behavior. I am sick of it. Really freaking sick of it. And that is why my circle is super small and I don't try to engage, because what's the point? What's the point? These people are beyond help and they give me fatigue, downright exhaustion. You're on my last nerve. That's my rant. Bye for now.
Dear Black people, we white folks are suffering what's called black fatigue, meaning we are sick and tired of your
We don't give a fuck. Wait a minute. It's a new word for something every fucking day. Every time I come across some shit, it's like, what the fuck? Black fatigue. Okay, y'all getting tired of black people talking about they tired. Is this reverse psychology? I ain't gonna lie, like, the way my brain works is still different, right? So, I know I'm a black man. I got a black family, black kids, black all that, right? And parts of my culture do make me a bit sick. You know, I'm like, God damn, why y'all gotta... But fatigue is crazy. It's just... Fatigue is a physical thing. If you can't mentally take somebody telling you, you got me fucked up, Yeah, we weak as hell as a society, bro. We don't get no fuck if you got black fatigue. I got white fatigue every time I come to work. I get white fatigue every fucking day. I get white fatigue every Monday through Friday and every other fucking Saturday. White fucking fatigue. Deal with it, bitch.
A viral video of a white woman talking about black fatigue and how we don't need to give the black community reparations because we weren't around during slavery and neither were they. There were thousands of comments. This was going viral so quickly. Fully expecting to see people fighting her in the comment section. No, thousands of comments of white people, mostly. There was one Native American that was like, as a Native, thank you for saying this. I was like, what? There were so many white people in the comments saying, we're sick of this. Did they think that we were going to be silent for this long? You guys, those are war cries, if I've ever heard them. Thousands of white people in a comment section saying, did they really think we're going to be silent for this long? That's not good. And then I looked back, I saved the video. Literally, this was like 20 minutes ago. I saved the video and then I was going to reference it in this one, but it either has been taken down or she took it down herself. She deleted it. But I know that you guys have probably seen it because it had 500,000 views by the time that it was taken down. The problem is there were so many people in the comment section bold enough to say things like this. So let me say it to all the red hats out there and speak in your language. No one cares about your feelings. We need to talk about facts. And if you don't like the facts, you can go cry about it. Here are the facts. There's a thing called epigenetics. Whatever happens to your ancestors affects your mentality, your emotions, and your physical body for generations after generations after generations. It makes you ill. It makes you suffer emotional triggers that you wouldn't normally have if your ancestors did not go through those things. That is science. Now let's talk about history. Tulsa, Oklahoma. Does that ring a bell? Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. If you don't know what happened there and you're a red hat, let me tell you a little history lesson. The black community was crawling out of the shithole that we left them in. And they created amazing communities where everybody was working together and they had fabulous education and people had money. The United States government bombed their communities, literal bombs dropped. Tulsa, Oklahoma, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That wasn't even reparations. They were doing this themselves, cultivating this themselves, trying to bring themselves up. Any community that was systematically used and abused by the rest of society needs reparations. That includes Native. Don't even get me started on Native Americans. I have a whole thing that I think they deserve, which some of y'all might even think I'm crazy, but this is about the black community right now. Yes, they deserve reparations. They get the short end of the stick almost every single time. This is not just a white, blue-haired woman talking about this. These are facts. And again, facts over feelings, right? Facts over feelings. Even though I don't think this way, nobody that I know thinks this way. You guys have made it very clear in the comment section that a lot of you do. Reparations isn't going to fix everything. What we need is a systematic approach to cultivating generations of people so that they can finally get a leg up in a world that has chopped them off at the kneecaps and continues to chop them off at the kneecaps. Right now, in low-income areas, the government is not giving these counties money for their education systems. Taxes that a certain area pays, I don't know if a lot of people know this, you should, but the taxes that certain areas pay directly affects the type of schools they have. The community is underprivileged, they're going to be underserved, and it's not going to get better. That is how our system in the United States is set up, period. That right there needs to change. I don't want to hear any other white people talking about black fatigue. You think you're fatigued? And I've seen the discourse on Black TikTok with them talking about black fatigue as well. They do make some points themselves. But again, white people, those are their points to make. You keep your mouth shut. I was blown away. I knew I had to make this video because those white people are scaring me.
Welcome back. Let's talk about the white outrage, because every time we speak the truth as black people, the volume from the other side goes all the way up. I know you know that. Remember when we said Black Lives Matters, the simple truth caused an earthquake. People fired back. with all life matters. Even Latinos fired back with all life matters. Blue life matters. Suddenly, our demand for dignity was seen as an attack. You get that? Then came the word woke. We started, or what was started as awareness, turned into a slur. Now, anything that centers black voices, from adverts to movies to history books, it's labeled as woke propaganda. Why? Because white comfort is being interrupted. And when comfort is threatened, outrage follows. When you talk about the black fatigue, it is centered in the black people. But now it is taken on their way. They are trying to whitewash that word again. Let's flip the script like this. You are probably heard white folks say that I am tired of talking about race. I don't see race. I don't see color. I have black friends. Why do I need to feel guilty? I'm experienced black fatigue, or I'm experiencing black fatigue, like they say recently. Let's be real here. That's not black fatigue. That's accountability fatigue. And you know who is actually tired? We as black people. We are tired of explaining every day. We are tired of being the only black person in the room. We are tired of getting passed over for promotions. We are tired our voices are silenced. We are tired of culture stolen. We are tired of having our hair polished. We are tired as black people, not you being tired. We don't have black fatigue. We have white fatigue. You get me that? We are exhausted. We are exhausted from doing the emotional labor while being told that the real problem is that we talk about racism too much. We are tired of this emotional exhaustion every time we are being told you complain too much. I know you understand that. I want to give you some examples because I just don't want to talk plain. I want to give you some examples of the outrage, performative outrage. Let's talk about summer of 2020. Now, black squares all over Instagram, corporate statements, we stand with black community. Fast forward to now, DEI programs are being gutted. Black employees laid off. The word equality is subbed or scrubbed from websites. You have seen that. You are no longer allowed to use the word equality. Trump is now saying everyone is the same. No, everyone is not the same on this deal. That wasn't support. In summer 2020, that was PR. Or take critical race theory. It was never taught in elementary schools, but they banned it anyway. Parents showed up to school's board yelling, "My child feels guilty," or "My child feels ashamed." Learning the truth isn't abuse, it is education. We need to know that. Now in the history, white kids are not allowed to learn about these things because they feel guilty. And I'm happy Jane Elliott one day took these white kids in the class and talked to them about this. What I'm trying to say. Feeling guilty for a one lesson in school. Black people, black kids have been feeling all the way up. And if the truth make you uncomfortable, maybe the issue isn't about the curriculum. The issue is your conscience. The issue is you. It's not about the curriculum. One of the most dangerous tools of white outrage is the weaponization of victimhood. Suddenly, there are ones under attack. They feel silenced. They feel oppressed. Like people say things like, "I can't say anything anymore. I'm scared. I'll be cancelled," or "I'm being attacked just for being white." You get that? Let's be clear. Being held accountable is not the same as being oppressed. Being held accountable is not the same as being oppressed. Being asked to say someone's name right, being asked to acknowledge systematic racism or systematic harm, being asked to make room at the table for everybody, that's not hate. That's called growing up. It is not hate. This isn't just about fragility anymore. It's about hostility. Books are being banned. History is being erased or whitewashed. Testers labeled thugs, black activists placed on watch lists, TikTok creators silenced for telling the truth. Social media creators, we are silenced for telling the truth, all because we said we will not be silent anymore. You get that? It is threatening for us talking out here. It is threatening to say what is eating us up. It is threatening to ask for accountability. White outrage doesn't just want silence. It wants control. It wants black people to smile, entertain, forgive, and continue, but never confront. And when we do, it became a crisis. Now, let me say this clearly. This isn't about having white people. This isn't about canceling anyone. This is about healing. It's about justice. It's about the truth. We want a world where black culture is honored. We want a world where black voices are heard, not tokenized. We want a world where black children are safe. And if that disrupts the comfort, I think there's nothing to do, because we lived in generations in discomfort, in fear as black people, in silence. Now we speak, now we rise. It's a threat. Do you get that? It's a threat. And everything is being weaponized right now. I sat down and think why some white people are saying they are tired of black fatigue, and I'm like, oh, who is tired here? Are you tired of being told you have white privilege? Are you tired of being told that you are not creating room in the office? Are you tired of being told that there's a wage gap? What are you tired of? At least black people are tired of something that is burning up every day to us. The white outrage is real, but what they are outraged of is not real. This message resonated with you. If you resonate with this message, kindly drop a comment down there. Like the video. Tell your story on the comment section. Let's build a conversation here. Like, subscribe, and share. And remember, black truth doesn't need your permission. Only your respect. Until next episode, peace out.